a $2,400 increase to Social Security, and Bernie Sanders praising Trump's plan? What? I am just as confused as you are, and that's the focus of this video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, is it just me, or have anybody else here in the community seen these headlines out there suggesting that Bernie Sanders is coming out praising Donald Trump and his plan? So I dug into this and I wanted to find some information on this because if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know that I'm watching these headlines literally every single day. Anything that comes out pertaining to money, benefits, checks, Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA benefits, all of these fixed income benefits, and as well as anything else that you can possibly grab or take advantage of as a low income, fixed income, senior, person with disabilities, anything like that, I'm bringing it to your attention right away. So I had to dig into this as well because I was wondering, I didn't see anything like that. Can I find anything on this? Because this simply doesn't make any sense. Think of this. You got Donald Trump, Republican, and you have Bernie Sanders, progressive. Those names and those titles don't really go together, right? So it's a little bit interesting. So I dug into it, and yes, Bernie Sanders is actually praising Donald Trump, which is honestly super weird. And he said that he's willing to work with Donald Trump with his plan. Again, totally confused right now, right? But I will pop it up on the screen here for you in just a second so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. And yes, this actually went down. Are we having a little bit of shift and a little bit of, a little bit of change of heart here? Seems super weird, but this is kind of the reality that's happening, okay? Now, have you also seen this associated with a potential $2,400 increase to Social Security benefits? Which, by the way, that is like Bernie Sanders' major, I was going to say achievement. It's not really an achievement yet, but it is a piece of legislation that is, coined by Bernie Sanders and some of his buddies out of the Senate. More on that here in just a second, but I've seen that out there in the headlines as well saying, oh, Bernie Sanders and Trump working on a $2,400 increase. More on that in a second, okay? All right, let's pop up this article. So right here you can see this, okay? Yeah, headline right there at the top, right? Sanders praising Trump for his plan. Okay, but let's talk about the plan because that's what I want to know. What is he praising him for, right? I mean, here's the thing. We can praise anybody for anything, but we also want to understand what they're praising them for, right? So here's the thing. Bernie Sanders was apparently out at some point here over the last, week or two or whatever, in an interview, and he was basically saying that if Donald Trump follows through with his plan of limiting interest rates on credit cards at 10%, by the way, the average interest rate on a credit card right now is well over 20%. It's nuts. I hope you're not floating any balances on credit cards these days. I'm going to tell you this much. I am, and it's not a fun thing. Wow, that interest really racks up super fast. So anyway, sorry, I digress, but just if you can avoid floating balances on credit cards, please take my advice. Don't do it, okay? Again, if you can avoid that, that'd be the best thing. Anyway, sorry, but right now, the average interest rate on a credit card is over 20%. So basically, Donald Trump said that, and again, I'm going to be fair with you. I don't remember him saying this. Again, he said a lot of things. I don't recall this one specifically. But apparently he did say at some point here over the last several months that he wants to cap interest rates on credit cards at 10%. I want to be honest with you. That'd be really nice, right? 10% is still high, but it'd be it'd be more than 50% lower than where we're currently sitting right now, which honestly would be very, very welcome. So, and Bernie Sanders was coming out saying, hey, if he wants to do this, and if this is his plan, if he follows through with this, then absolutely, I'll be 100% on board with this. And as you can see right there in the information I was sharing with you on the screen, Bernie Sanders apparently made it very clear that he would be willing to work with Trump and this plan. Again, not bad, right? This is good. They agree on something, or at least it sounds like they possibly agree on something. That's for now until we see further details of the plan and how this whole thing shakes out. But that'd be really welcome news for a lot of people, which, by the way, quick little side note here. Did you see the report out a few days ago? Actually, I think it was at the end of last week it came out. We are now at a new record all-time high of credit card debt in this country, $1.17 trillion of just credit card debt in this country. It increased by something like, I think it was $24 billion in the last quarter. Is nuts. Just credit card debt. That's just credit card debt. That's a lot of money that we are floating on credit cards because nobody has any money right now, so we have to float it on lines of credit called credit cards. That's literally what they are. Okay, so anyway, Now we covered all that and you saw the information there, okay? I dug some more because I thought, okay, Bernie Sanders could praise him for that, but did Bernie Sanders potentially praise Trump for anything else? I dug around. Guess what? Guess what I found? A whole lot of nada, nothing, zilch, zero, whatever else you want to say. I don't know how to say zero in other languages. If I did, I would just say it, okay? But I don't. But you get my point here. I did not see Bernie Sanders saying anything praising Trump about basically anything else, right? They basically just rip on each other. Okay, so here's what it comes down to. I've seen it in the headlines coming out saying, oh, Bernie's working with Trump on this $2,400 increase. I want to say this much. I have not seen evidence of that anywhere. I've dug everywhere. I don't see that kind of plan. Here's the thing. Bernie Sanders knows that he's got well, as of right now, about 5-ish weeks or so, 5-6 weeks or so. I mean, 6 weeks would be kind of generous. I'm going to say 5 weeks at this point. He's got about 5 weeks to get his agenda done if he wants to do anything massive like a $200 per month increase to Social Security, stuff like that. Because guess what? As soon as January rolls around and we have all the new lawmakers come in, it's a whole new sell. It's a whole new pitch. It's a whole new, plan. You got to kind of start over from zero. That's why they're trying to do all these different things to Social Security right now, like the Social Security Fairness Act that you heard me talk about last week as well, that they passed through the House of Representatives, and it's in the Senate right now. They have to get that done literally in the next 5 weeks. Otherwise, it's game over, and they have to start back over at zero, and it has to be reintroduced by a new set of lawmakers. It's going to be a total mess, right? So that's kind of where we're at right now, okay? So if you've seen this in the headlines anywhere, Bernie's praising Trump, okay, fine, I'll give him that. Yep, he praised Trump on one plan about reducing the interest rate on, or capping, I should say, the interest rate on credit cards. Again, that's what I found. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't think so, to be honest with you. It's not that often that I miss something. I was out in a video last week where I said, hey, sorry, I was totally wrong. I missed something here. And I came back in that video and said, hey, sorry, I totally missed it. I miss stuff every so often, but I definitely would not miss something this major like this. If they were coming together on some kind of plan to reform Social Security, I just don't know about that, right? So anyway, I've had a couple people reaching out saying, hey, can you clarify this? I've seen this out there. Can you tell me what's going on here? This is what this is all about, okay? So anyway, here's the thing. Anything can happen between now and the end of the year and, the first couple days of next year, which is honestly not that far away. The new year, 2025, is not that far. Anything can happen between now and then. But my point is, let's just continue to see what they do between now and then. There's going to be a lot of things that are happening here. They're going to try to cram some things through, which, by the way, lawmakers have a ton on their plate here. They have so much to do before the end of the year. It's nuts. They have to get this stuff done. And they're just sitting on their hands doing nothing. It's like, come on, guys. You've got so little time here. And then, you've got this little window. Do something, please, right? So anyway, if this is something you've seen out there, if this is something you've been wondering about, if you've seen it in the headlines or anything like that, again, this is what I found for you. I hope this helps you a little bit, okay? As always, I've said before in other videos, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information in every single video, no matter what. I'm not going to deviate from that. Even if I have to come back sometimes and give you information that you may not want to hear, guess what? I'm going to give it to you straight every single time. It does not benefit me. It does not benefit you. It benefits nobody by me sitting here saying, oh, this and that is coming and all these other things are going to happen. Why would I say that? If it's not true, I'm not going to say it because it doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit me. It kind of hurts all of us around. So I would not say that, okay? And again, my dedication to you, my promise to you is to be here to represent you, to advocate for you, and do whatever I possibly can to give you transparency of what's going on and anything out there you can possibly grab or take advantage of. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this. Again, if you've seen it out there, or if you've heard anything about this, or if you do see it at some point, this is what it is. Again, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you exactly as I find it and the things that are going on in reality, okay? Not some, they're making some deal on some massive $2,400 benefit increase. That'd be super nice. Maybe something behind closed doors is happening that we don't know about, but out in public view, this is what we know, okay? Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. There's a big subscribe button down there. Oh, by the way, I've had somebody recently reached out and say, hey, I can't see the subscribe button. Okay, well, number one, you maybe are already subscribed, or you're not logged into your account, as in your Google account, which is why you may not see a subscribe button down below. Anyway, if you are, please subscribe. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Also, if you can think of 1 or 2 people that may benefit from this video or any others here on the channel, please feel free to share this video. Big share button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. 100% free to do so. Otherwise, like the video, thumbs up button down below, and check out the other videos down below in the description or the top of the comment section. Some hand selected popular videos for you there. Check those out. Otherwise, right now showing up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Please enjoy your day. I'm here for you no matter what. Always will be. Thank you so much for your support. Please